Before this video ends, you'll understand why the Cowboys just made the boldest gamble in NFL history, and nobody saw it coming. The Dallas Cowboys just shocked the entire NFL world. Their best defensive player in a decade, gone. Traded. Done. And fans are furious. Or are they? Because what Jerry Jones got back might actually be genius. Stay with me for the next few hours, because by the end of this video, you'll see exactly why this Cowboys move either saves the franchise, or destroys it forever. Let's go. Let's start at the very beginning. August 2025. Training camp is barely over. The Cowboys are days away from their season opener. And then, the call no fan wanted to hear. Dallas traded Micah Parsons, their 4-time Pro Bowl edge rusher. The guy who was supposed to be the face of this defense for the next decade. Gone to the Green Bay Packers. The deal? 2 first-round picks, 2026 and 2027, plus 3-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Kenny Clark. And the moment Parsons landed in Green Bay, he signed a 4-year, $188 million contract, making him the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history at $47 million per year. Let that sink in. $188 million. The Cowboys refused to pay him that. Jerry Jones looked at that number and said, "No. We'll build the defense a different way." The Cowboys locker room? Silent. Fans? Burning jerseys on social media within hours. Sports media? Calling it the worst Cowboys decision since, ever. But Jerry Jones had a plan. And nobody knew it. To understand this trade, you have to go back even further. Because this didn't happen overnight. Micah Parsons had been asking for a contract extension since 2023. He was underpaid on his rookie deal. He was producing at an all-pro level every single year. And the Cowboys, true to their style, kept waiting. Kept delaying. Kept saying, "Soon." The problem? Every time they waited, the defensive end market reset higher. By the time negotiations became public in 2025, it had gotten ugly. Personal. Comments in the media. Frustration on both sides. Jerry Jones had a long history of paying his stars, but always on his timeline, always on his terms. He did it with Dak Prescott. He did it with CeeDee Lamb. But with Parsons, the market moved too fast, and the relationship broke down too hard. Parsons eventually requested a trade. And just like that, the Cowboys granted it. Now here's where it gets interesting. Jerry Jones didn't just accept defeat. He turned this into a chess move. Instead of losing Parsons for nothing after his contract expired, he got 2 first-rounders and a proven veteran in return. Now let's talk about what Dallas actually received, because this is where the story changes. First, Kenny Clark. 3-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle. Immediately becomes a starter in Dallas. Brings veteran leadership, interior pass rush, and a nastiness on the defensive line the Cowboys desperately needed. Second, the 2026 first-round pick from the Packers. The Cowboys used that pick, which landed at number 20 overall, and immediately flipped it. They traded down with the Eagles to number 23 and picked up additional picks in the process, 114th and 137th overall. At 23, they selected Malachi Lawrence, edge rusher out of UCF. Young, explosive, with the potential to be a long-term replacement for Parsons himself. But wait, they weren't done. The Cowboys also used their picks to make a massive trade deadline deal in 2025. They sent Motzie Smith and a second-round pick to the New York Jets and acquired Quinnen Williams, one of the best interior defensive linemen in the entire NFL. A player who finished 2025 with an 88.8 PFF grade, second best among all defensive tackles in the league. So when you add it all up, Kenny Clark, Quinnen Williams, Malachi Lawrence, Devin Moore, CB, 114th overall, and LT Overton, DL, 137th overall. That is 5 quality defenders in exchange for 1 player, no matter how great that 1 player was. Stephen Jones, the Cowboys COO, said it himself, they feel really good about how the trade worked out. And honestly, the numbers back him up. So where does Dallas stand right now heading into the 2026 season? They finished 7-9-1 in 2025. Year 1 under new head coach Brian Schottenheimer. Not great. Not a disaster. But far from where America's team wants to be. Now in 2026, the Cowboys are trying to prove that the rebuild was worth it. And their schedule? Brutal. They open the season on the road against the New York Giants, Sunday Night Football, Week 1. Week 3, they travel to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, to face the Baltimore Ravens in an international game. A 10-hour flight. Then they're back to face the Houston Texans the very next week. Then a Thursday night football game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at AT&T Stadium. 3 games in 12 days. ESPN called it a sleep science problem. The Cowboys are traveling over 27,980 miles this season, one of the most traveled teams in the entire NFL. Their bye week? Week 14. One of the latest in team history. Matching 1990. Then there's the Thanksgiving game at home against the Eagles, a Monday night football game at the defending Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks, and a road game against the Rams in Week 15. This is not an easy path. And they're doing it with a rebuilt roster, a new defensive identity, and a quarterback who needs just 5 touchdown passes to pass Tony Romo as the franchise's all-time leader. Speaking of Dak Prescott, let's talk about the offense. Dak enters 2026 with something to prove. After missing significant time in 2025 with injury, he needs to show the Cowboys faithful that he's still the guy. He talked openly at the Reliant Home Run Derby media event about the mental preparation it takes to handle a schedule this brutal, the travel, the physical demands, the pressure. He knows he's walking into a season where the defense is being rebuilt around new pieces. He knows the offense has to carry more weight early in the year. And now his receiving core looks different too. CeeDee Lamb coming back from a high ankle sprain. George Pickens, franchise tagged at $27.3 million, filling in brilliantly last season when Lamb was hurt. Emmitt Smith publicly questioned the Cowboys' decision not to give Pickens a long-term deal. The Cowboys responded by saying no multi-year extension is coming this offseason, he'll play on the tag. That tension? That's a storyline that's going to follow this team all season long. Here's the question everybody is asking: can this new-look Cowboys defense actually be good? On paper, the pieces are there. Quinnen Williams is an absolute monster inside. Kenny Clark is a veteran Pro Bowler. Malachi Lawrence is a first-round edge rusher with upside. Devin Moore adds depth at corner. Sam Williams is shifting to outside linebacker in a contract year, hungry, motivated. DeMarvion Overshown, going into a contract season himself, is coming in fully healthy after injury problems limited him. He's publicly said he's going to do my part and stay on the field all year. New coordinator Christian Parker is building a defense that emphasizes pressure from multiple directions, not just one superstar edge rusher. Depth. Rotation. Different looks. The Cowboys rank near the bottom defensively in 2025. If this new group can move even into the middle of the league, combined with Dak's offense, Dallas becomes a playoff team. And that's exactly what Jerry Jones is betting on. So let's come back to where we started. Was trading Micah Parsons a genius move, or a catastrophic mistake? Here's the honest truth: we won't know for 3 to 5 years. If Malachi Lawrence develops into a star, if Quinnen Williams dominates, if the Cowboys make the playoffs in 2026 and go deep, people will call Jerry Jones a visionary. If Micah Parsons leads the Packers to multiple Super Bowls while the Cowboys miss the playoffs again, it becomes one of the most criticized moves in franchise history. What we know right now is this: Dallas is all in. They didn't panic. They had a plan. They executed it. 5 defenders for 1. A draft haul that would make any GM jealous. A new defensive identity. Fans were shocked. Media was shocked. The whole NFL was shocked. But the Cowboys? They're calm. They're confident. And they're about to show the world whether Jerry Jones just pulled off the greatest trade in Cowboys history, or made the biggest mistake of his career. The 2026 season starts in September. And trust me, you're going to want to watch every single game. That's it for today. If you learned something new, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because this Cowboys story is far from over. The man who left Dallas for $188 million is now sitting on a hospital table. And Cowboys fans? They're laughing. Micah Parsons wanted out. He got his money. He got Green Bay. He got everything he asked for. And then, in the cruelest twist in NFL history, his knee gave out. ACL torn. Season ended early. And the Dallas Cowboys? They put a diss in their own schedule release video. This is the story of the greatest NFL karma moment of 2026, and it goes way deeper than you think. Don't touch that screen. If you watched part 1, you know the full story of how we got here. Micah Parsons, 4-time Pro Bowl edge rusher, the face of the Cowboys defense, demanded his money. Jerry Jones said no. Contract talks broke down publicly and got personal. Parsons requested a trade. And 1 week before the 2025 season opener, Dallas shipped him to the Green Bay Packers. In return, Kenny Clark, the 2026 first-round pick, and the 2027 first-round pick. Parsons signed a 4-year, $188 million deal the same day, the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Cowboys fans were devastated. Media called it Jerry Jones' biggest mistake. And for a moment, it looked like they might be right. But then 2025 happened. And 2026 arrived. And the entire story flipped upside down. Let's talk about Week 4 of the 2025 season. The date? September 28, 2025. AT&T Stadium. Dallas, Texas. The Green Bay Packers, and Micah Parsons, came back to face the Cowboys for the first time since the trade. The atmosphere was electric. Reporters asked Parsons all week, "How will Dallas fans treat you?" His answer? Confident as ever. He said he expected a warm welcome. He said Dallas loved him. He said there were no hard feelings, at least from his side. And when he ran onto that field, he got his applause. Fans cheered for the guy who built his legacy there. But then the game started, and Parsons did exactly what Cowboys fans feared. He sacked Dak Prescott. He reminded everybody in that stadium exactly what Dallas gave away. The game ended in a wild 40-40 tie. One of the strangest results in recent NFL memory. Neither team won. Neither team lost. And both fan bases went home frustrated. That result set up a rematch brewing for 2026. A rematch that the entire NFL is now circling on their calendars. Now here's where the story takes a shocking turn that nobody predicted. December 14, 2025. Denver. The Green Bay Packers vs. the Denver Broncos. Micah Parsons, in his 14th game of the season, with 12.5 sacks already, went down. Non-contact injury. He grabbed his knee. And the entire Packers season stopped breathing. MRI confirmed it the next day. Torn ACL. Left knee. Season over. Surgery required. $188 million. The highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Down. In just his first season with Green Bay. Parsons posted on social media from what looked like a hospital room. He said the injury was his greatest test, a moment he believed God allowed to strengthen him. He vowed to come back stronger. And Cowboys fans? Within hours, social media exploded. "We dodged a bullet. Massive L for the Packers." The same fans who were burning jerseys when he left were now celebrating on Twitter, and not quietly. Because here's the brutal NFL reality. The Packers paid $188 million for a player who gave them 14 games and then tore his ACL. And Dallas? Dallas used that trade to collect 5 defenders, rebuild their entire defensive unit, and enter 2026 with more depth than they've had in years. Now this is where it gets genuinely entertaining. May 14, 2026. The NFL releases its full 2026 schedule. And every team drops a schedule release video. It's become one of the biggest events of the NFL offseason. Creative videos, funny skits, digs at rival teams. The Cowboys? They went in hard. They put their 3 offensive linemen, Tyler Smith, Tyler Guyton, and Tyler Booker, in a video taking shots at teams across the league. But the diss aimed at Micah Parsons? That was the one that broke the internet. Remember that moment during the 2025 contract drama, when Parsons laid down on a table in frustration? The Cowboys' social media team recreated it in their video. A savage, direct reference to one of the most controversial moments of the entire Parsons saga. For years, the Cowboys' social media team played it completely safe. Traditional. By the book. This was a completely different Cowboys. More aggressive. More confident. And the internet went absolutely wild. Fans replayed the clip thousands of times. The NFL media talked about it for days. And it sent a message: the Cowboys aren't grieving over Micah Parsons anymore. They've moved on. And they're not afraid to say it publicly. But here's the brilliant part behind the schedule, and this was no accident. The Cowboys vs. the Packers is scheduled for Week 6. Sunday Night Football. On the road in Green Bay. Now, why does that timing matter so much? Because Micah Parsons is coming off ACL surgery. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, the Packers consider Parsons a candidate to start the 2026 season on the physically unable to perform list, the PUP list. That means he'd be forced to miss at least the first 4 games of the year. So if the PUP list scenario plays out, Parsons misses weeks 1 through 4. He returns sometime around week 5. And then week 6, Cowboys at Packers, becomes the revenge game everyone's been waiting for. Dallas at Green Bay. Dak Prescott facing the defense of his former team. And Micah Parsons, healthy or not, back on the field against the franchise that traded him. The NFL didn't schedule this by accident. They knew what they were doing. And the ratings for that Sunday night football game are going to be through the roof. Here's a storyline that barely got enough attention. In March 2026, the Cowboys made another move that connects directly to the Parsons saga. They traded for Rashan Gary, the Packers' other starting edge rusher, who came to Dallas this offseason. Think about that. The Cowboys lost Parsons to Green Bay. And then they turned around and took one of Green Bay's pass rushers in return. Green Bay gave them Parsons' former teammate. The same defense. The same system. It's a chess move. And it tells you Jerry Jones was thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead the entire time. Gary brings veteran pass rush experience. He pairs with Micah Lawrence, the rookie edge rusher they drafted with the Packers' own first-round pick. Now Dallas has 2 legitimate edge rushers heading into 2026, plus Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark inside. The defense that allowed 511 points in 2025, the most in Cowboys franchise history, is completely rebuilt. New coordinator Christian Parker running a 3-4 scheme. New personnel. New attitude. Now let's be honest. Because not everything about the Parsons trade is perfect for Dallas, not yet. Here's the risk that's still hanging over this team's head. As part of the Quinnen Williams deal with the Jets, the Cowboys own New York the better of their 2 2027 first-round picks. Meaning, if the Cowboys have a worse record than the Packers in 2026, Dallas loses their own pick to the Jets, and they receive Green Bay's pick instead. If the Packers are better than the Cowboys in 2026, which is absolutely possible, Dallas gives away more draft capital. The trade that looked like a masterpiece starts developing cracks. This is the hidden pressure on the 2026 Cowboys season that most fans don't fully understand. It's not just about making the playoffs. It's about draft positioning. It's about protecting future assets. It's about proving that the rebuild was complete, not still in progress. Every Cowboys win in 2026 protects the future. Every loss puts more pressure on the 2027 picture. And finally, let's give credit where it's due. Because Micah Parsons, even injured, even on the PUP list to start 2026, is still one of the most dangerous players in the NFL when healthy. Green Bay signed him to $188 million because they're playing the long game. They watched him record 12.5 sacks in just 14 games in his first season with them. They know what he can do when he's fully healthy and fully unleashed. The Packers still have Jordan Love at quarterback. They still have a loaded offense. And when Parsons comes back, probably around week 5 or week 6, they become one of the most dangerous teams in the NFC. So the real question for 2026 is this: can the Cowboys defense, Kenny Clark, Quinnen Williams, Rashan Gary, Micah Lawrence, actually stop Micah Parsons when they face him in week 6? Can the team that traded him prove they made the right decision on the biggest Sunday night stage of the season? That game, that one game, is going to answer every single argument that has been going on since August 2025. Cowboys fans have been waiting for that moment. Parsons has been waiting for that moment. The whole NFL has been waiting for that moment. And in 2026, we're finally going to get it.